Yay! Good morning! And a very happy Flex Friday, and welcome to another episode of Espresso with Erin and Sarit, where we help you to create the fittest body comeback. So if you know that you're no BS committed to claiming a body and a physical and a mental condition that allows you to feel confident AF in yourself, then this is the show for you. And we do it live in our Savage Sisters group. So,
and if you're curious to know what the heck the Savage Sisters community is, there's a link below this video, and you should probably join us because it's awesome. That's all I have to say. That's my sales pitch. You're welcome.
Thanks, Erin. Okay, so today's conversation is what we're going to do is we're going to do two things. Number one is I want to offer you some perspective with regards to your body journey that I believe will really help you to reclaim confidence and will help you to walk through these seasons of defeat, whether you are just starting your momentum or whether you've been at it for a while. The reality is that rough patches are going to come. Mm-hmm. And how you respond during these rough patches will determine the trajectory of your journey. And not just that, it would also determine how far you'll be able to go and how you feel about yourself within this journey. Okay. So I really want to offer you a real talk perspective. Okay. That I believe no one really thinks about. And the reason is because we live in a society that is designed to create instant gratification. And now more than ever, because we are the most modern we've ever been as human beings, the more modern we become, like the more our brains are wired to seek instant gratification. And anything great was not built overnight.
I'd also add convenience to that. Mm-hmm. It's interchangeable with the instant gratification. The more convenient we make our lives, the softer we get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not that convenience not that convenience is bad. It's do we use it or do we allow it to use us?
Oxendine is saying that you're on a roll today. Makes me think about the conversation you guys had yesterday.
Just today. But I do want to, for a second, talk about my new hairdo. You see, my hair got too long. When I tried to put it into a messy bun, it just got all kinds of chaotic. And I got frustrated with it. So now I have a half bun, half ponytail. Check it out.
I kind of like it.
It's good, right? It's good. And this is kind of like a mohawk right now. It's kind of like a mohawk. Yeah.
Life is so good with you.
Woo! What else were we talking about? Oh yeah.
After that, we're gonna answer some of your guys' questions. Okay, so let's get to it.
And if you're not in the Savage Sisters community and you're watching the replay on YouTube, you should have seen what happened before we pressed record. That's what you miss out on by not being in Savage Sisters. Or if you are in Savage Sisters, but you didn't watch this live, this you miss. I don't know.
Cannot be regretted.
And I will not even deny that I am intending on creating FOMO right now in this very moment for you so that you watch it live.
I wish there would be a camera on you guys who are watching this, like watching.
I want to watch you watch me. It's like arrogant. I want to watch you watch me. Be awesome. All right. Now to it. Listen, part of what we do is to help you grow and be the best version of yourself mentally, physically, even spiritually, if that's your jam. And
we do it whether it is or it's not your jam.
And the reason why I've said this before, but the reason why I like to make people laugh is because the second you're laughing, you cannot be stressed. You cannot also be mad. You cannot also be frustrated. You cannot also have anxiety at the same time that you're laughing. It's impossible. And so even if just for a moment I can take that away from you and help you to be present, like when you're laughing, you're fully present in the experience that's happening right now in this moment. And I think that too often we are not present. We're either living in the future and anxious about it, or we're living in the past and depressed about the fact that we can't do anything to change it. So when we laugh, we are fully present in that moment, and all of our like fears, pains, stresses, they all go away for a second. And that's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
And life is way too short to not like laugh and have a good time and be joyful.
Christine Sec says, you make us laugh to make up for the crying during the workouts.
Oh my God. It's how I balance it out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Laughter is medicine for the soul. Yes.
It really is.
All right. If you're a driven woman and you're currently at a point in your life where your body doesn't match your level of ambition, I want to invite you to take on the 7-day Body Shred Challenge inside our Savage Sisters community. Inside this group, you'll find everything you need to set you up for a long-lasting, sustainable transformation. In the classroom, you'll find the training videos, the tracker, and all of the resources and workouts you'll need in order for you to be successful in this journey. Inside this group, you'll also receive direct coaching and accountability from both Erin and myself, and connect with a community of like-minded women who are invested in the pursuit of their own greatness. On the screen, there's a QR code that you can scan, and there's also a link in the description of this video. So click that link and we'll see you there. So yesterday I saw a comment. So what I wanted to talk on today was inspired by seeing some of you guys who I would say are at a completely different point in your journey. This is inspired by you and the Savage Sisters. One person is, I would call, in the way more mature phase. And the other one is at a point where she's building momentum. Regardless of where they're at in their journey, one thing they both have in common that I have personally seen from both of them is that they're both like determined AF, committed AF, consistent AF. And it seemed to me, based on a post or just an interchange that we've had, that they are currently walking through a point where they're feeling pretty defeated because they think after a certain time of consistency, certain problems go away, or certain behaviors or certain patterns go away.
Like what, for example?
So let's say, for example,
like what do they think would have gone away?
So both of these people, they also have an emotional attachment to food, and in the sense that emotional eating was a big part of who they were before. This is something that I totally resonate with.
So this will apply to anybody. I just want to make it real for real life, for your real life. This would apply to anybody who's ever who's ever had the challenge of eating based on an emotion, not based on their vision or their goal or something. So if it's stress related, if it's fear related, if it's avoidance, you got an email you need to write or a conversation you need to have, but you avoid it and you procrastinate on it, and instead you go eat or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. For those of you guys who are live with us in the chat, go ahead and drop an E if you can relate to this. Eating that is triggered by an emotion. Okay, all right. Some of you guys are dropping like 10 E's. Oh, okay. That's aggressive. Yeah, I knew that this was gonna hit home.
I've done it too. I have a gazillion %.
Okay,
many times.
Okay, so here's the perspective that I want to give you guys. You when you become consistent, your body is going to respond faster than the work that actually gets to be done on a mental level in order for you to no longer feel
Break that
like
down. Make it make sense.
like this, yeah, like this thing has power over you. So here's how I'm going to break it down. I want to call it the 1,000-day rule. What?
I just don't really understand the first thing that you said before the 1,000-day rule.
So let's say this person, I'm going to use the example of this person.
But just in general, because this is many people.
Yeah. So let's say you've recommitted to yourself, right? And let's say you've been at it for a couple of weeks now. You've built great momentum. You're breaking through on
Okay, recommitted.
multiple
You started eating healthy again. You
you built
taking care of
consistency. You've been training regularly. You've been taking care of yourself. You've been building momentum with regards to your commitment to your routine, your schedule, and everything that has to do with you taking care of you, right? And obviously it's now starting to show in your body.
Ooh la la.
You know, you're leaning out, you're getting fitter, you're
Ooh la la.
noticing changes, and then boom, something happens in your life, be it at work or in your personal life, that triggered it. Maybe an argument with your spouse, or just, you know, like a super hard conversation at work that required, you know, you to gain the courage in order to, you know, do what's best for the greater good.
There was a lot of emotional gymnastics happening.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Good. You've had to overcome a lot of emotional gymnastics that day. Yep. And you're wondering why you're feeling the trigger and desire to want to go for food, because you've been good for, like, you know, anywhere between a couple of weeks to a couple of months. So what I want to talk about is the 1,000-day rule.
Oh, 1,000-day rule. Before you go to the 1,000-day rule, can I share what somebody had said to me a really long time ago? I was expressing the same exact struggle. This was probably in maybe 2010, 2011. So that would have been, over 10 years ago. Almost 15. That was 15 years ago. Was that 15 years ago? Yeah, sure was. So I was struggling with the same thing. And, you know, I was like, how come I still, and this was even after I had been, you know, committed to my fitness, my health journey for over a couple of years. And I was like, how come I still struggle with, like, obsessing over food? Like, I think about my next meal while I'm eating the meal I'm eating, like, and I'm like, all my thoughts, just so many thoughts about food all the time. Like, and she's like, and I was a personal trainer. She was also a personal trainer, but older than me, wiser than me at that point, and also had been at a certain point in time overweight. And she told me, still have those thoughts too. I don't think they ever go away. We just get better at managing them. And I still have these thoughts. After another 15 years of hearing that from her, I don't know if these thoughts ever go away, but I do know that I have become a pro at managing them.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have become great at not allowing them to lead my decisions. I acknowledge that they're there, fine, but it doesn't impact how I choose to do things.
Mm-hmm.
That's that.
You guys are getting a drawing today. You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. Look at those cute little cars. Looks like a Monopoly car. Like you could put the little people in it.
Anyways, so let's
I have a blue and a pink.
So I want to offer you perspective. Anyone have ever, like, for those of you guys who are here live with us, go ahead and drop should if you feel like, you know, you've walked into a situation where, you know, you built consistency, you're onto a good trajectory right now, you're on momentum, and something happened and it triggered a thought of like, I want to just emotionally eat everything in sight, I'm stressed out, or whatever the pattern may be. It could be alcohol, it could be whatever your MO is. Go ahead and drop in the chat, should, if you've ever told yourself, I should be able to overcome it right now. I should fill in the blank. I should
be
not struggle with this right now.
I should be at a certain place.
Yeah. Woo. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
If you can't see the comments because you're watching this back, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, you guys.
9, 10.
So this is where this drawing is going to come in, and this car is your favorite car. It's got to be an SUV, like a car that can.
Okay, what's your favorite car?
That has a 4-wheel drive that, you know, you can drive it through the mud.
I have a Hummer. I choose Hummer. I choose a Hummer. A beefy one though, not like stock, like lifted, beefy, like you expect a dude to step out of it and it's me and I have to jump because it's so high.
Can I choose a side by side? I don't know what's a side by side.
A side by side, like a motorcycle? That 4-wheel drive?
Two-door Jeep, roof down.
Jeep. Oh, Defenders are good too. I like me a good classy looking Defender. That's true. 4Runner. I had one. Dig it. A tank. I'm riding with you. Who said that? Carmelita, I'm riding with you in your
All
tank.
right. So regardless of the car, okay? Regardless of the car, you guys. The car, no matter what the car is that you chose, that car is going to drive through untouched mud in the wilderness. This is the kind of mud that is like layers on end. Okay, it's not just like, oh, like I live in Nashville and it rained a little bit and I'm gonna go hiking, and you know, the muddy area between the town and the hiking place is the mud. It's not the civilized mud. I'm talking about like legit couple feet worth of mud. You guys are catching on to what I'm saying. If you're catching on to what I'm saying, just go ahead and say catching so I can make sure that we're on the same page. Quicksand mud. Yes. Okay, good. All right. So here's the thing, you guys. Our bodies are by far the most incredible machine, in the sense that our bodies, from a responsiveness standpoint, regardless of whether when you become consistent and build momentum, whether or not your metabolism is through the roof or pretty low, your body responds really quickly, in the sense that if your metabolism is through the roof, you're going to start seeing changes in a couple of days. Now, if your metabolism is kind of like on the low end, right, and it's got to build a little bit of trust, it's going to take a couple of weeks, just being upfront, right? So you guys, when you're walking into this journey, or when you're in this journey, like maybe when all of a sudden this trigger happens, you're either a couple weeks into it, you're a couple months into it, maybe you're over a year into it, right? And like physically you look like a completely different person, night and day, right? Yeah. So you're driving through the mud, okay? The car that you drive through the mud, this is the 4-wheel drive. Okay, this is the 4-wheel drive. So this is how habits work, right? Every single action that you take, it's like one time where you're paving the path. Okay, awesome. Every other positive action that you take, you're paving the path, right? So regardless of how deep the mud is, right? Like, let's say if you've been at it for 30 days, 90 days, the longer you've been at it, the easier it is going to drive through something that was really difficult before, right? I mean, think about when you first got back to building a routine and stuff like that, maybe you faced a little bit of resistance because you're like, oh shoot, I haven't worked out in the last 3 months. Or, it's like the first weekend where I'm not drinking an entire bottle of wine or whatever it may be. Like at first you're feeling this like overhaul, right? So it's going to require obviously more intensity, more intentionality
More
to
focus.
drive through the mud. But regardless, when
more
it comes
force.
Now, here's the thing. When it comes to the psyche behind what you do, okay, because whether we like it or not, we are what we repeatedly do. Your body responds really, really fast. Here's the thing about your mind. Now, our mind works based on patterns as well, just like our body, okay? We operate on a day-to-day basis, whether or not we realize it, based on mental patterns, which are thought habits.
Thought habits, yeah.
Yeah, these are thought habits. Just like we have physical habits, which is eat clean, we also have thought habits. Right?
Examples of thought habits, like if that's not resonating with you, is like when a certain thing happens, you automatically have a certain thought process. You're anticipating something's going to happen. You expect something to happen. Your mind has the same thought. You're like, when I'm stressed, oh, I need something. The thought is like, I need something to calm my emotions. I eat. So that would be like a thought pattern, a thought habit. You have the habit of thinking a certain way.
Like when I get triggered, then this happens, right? So when it comes to recreating our mental patterns, it is going to take more time. Why? Because we make more decisions than we take actions. For example, let's say if I was to ask you right now, and you can do this right after this, you can do this after this call. For those of you guys who are with us live, if you're watching the recording, just pause this video when I ask you to do this exercise, and then you can continue watching it afterwards. So let's say if you were to do like a today's audit when it comes to action steps, okay? I want you to write down everything that you did throughout the day. Let's say the most that you would have done is 50 different things, okay? Now, here's the deal. Every single day, on average, we make 60,000 decisions. Think about it. So the amount of decisions that
and it doesn't have to be a decision. Well, obviously, it's not all a decision that you take action on, but you could decide in your mind, like going back to the thought patterns, it's the internal dialogue, the stories you tell yourself. So you can make a decision about your character. You can make a decision about someone else's character or what someone else did, or you're deciding all the time.
So think about it. If on average we make 60,000 decisions in a day, and those 60,000 decisions lead to 50 actions, I don't care what those actions are, whether it's the action of sit on the couch, do nothing, or get to the gym, right? There were hundreds of thoughts that we either recognize or did not recognize, because most of this is happening at a subconscious level, by the way, which means that you're not even aware of it, right? In order to take one action, okay? So our mental patterns work the same way as the physical patterns, in the sense that it requires reps. It requires intentionality, right? Intentionality within the reps. Now, here's the difference between the car that drives through the mud of physical patterns and the car that drives through the mud of your mental patterns. You've got a 4x4 here. This car is not a 4x4. It's just your regular car, the car that you drive right now. Okay, so
two-wheel drive.
So this is not a four-wheel drive. This is just like a regular town car. Okay. It's like, imagine driving like a Honda Civic, or
It's a two-wheel drive car.
I think so.
Any two-wheel drive car.
Yeah. Or
I like that you said not the car you have now, assuming nobody has a four-wheel drive car.
I know. But so that's the
She
car
made
that
a
you drive.
decision that none of you have a four-wheel drive car. Did you hear that?
That car is going to work a lot harder and a lot longer. Okay. And if I was to give you a truly realistic framework that most of you guys are going to be really upset at me when you hear this, do not expect for you to like no longer needing to use a lot of intentionality and power until about 1,000 days later.
Do you know where this gets a lot of people?
What?
Like where this really gets us?
I know where it gets.
No, not like where it leads us to, but like what happens. I see this. I've seen this a million times. Let me paint the picture. Woman comes to Erin and Sarit, believes that we can help them. It's probably true. And starts making changes, starts making progress, drops 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, starts to feel really good about herself, starts to feel more confident, starts to, by the way, the confidence doesn't just come after the weight loss. The confidence comes from what you do, not just from how you look. Because you can see a girl on the beach in a two-piece bikini that somebody may look at and think that she's like needs to go to the gym or whatever, but you don't know her story. Maybe she already lost 100 pounds and she feels like she's on top of the world. It's not just about what the body looks like. It's about the action that you're taking that gives you the confidence. And then when you do that enough times for a long enough time, the body comes. It just happens. So where this gets people is then the should. I should be able to do it on my own.
Yeah.
I'm feeling really good. I've got this momentum. I've learned all these new things, new skills. I've developed some good habits. But what you don't realize is that if you're still within the first few years of being consistently committed to yourself, you are not immune to the backslide.
You are vulnerable.
Nobody is. Nobody is. Not me, not Sarit. After 20 years, almost 20 years. Okay, in 2028, it'll be 20 years for me that I've been consistent and committed. And even I am not immune to the backslide. Who is in your environment consistently? What is in your environment? What things are you choosing in your environment? Are you consistently inviting accountability? That is like huge. If you don't have accountability in your life, you are immediately more susceptible to the backslide.
Yep.
If you don't have structure, if you don't have connection and community, if you don't have support, if you don't have accountability, immediately you are at a greater risk. Because we still have this patterning that we need to navigate.
So yes,
that's where it gets.
Great.
I should be able to do this on my own now because I'm more confident and I've seen it a million times. And then they come back around. Hey, I'm back.
And some people never learn. Like, do not let that be you. So I want to share this message to empower you. I want you to think of your journey in terms of 1,000 days. Like, I wish that for Savage Sisters, when someone steps in, it's like you're committed for 3 years. Like, truly, like anyone that you would see in our community who is like top level, I would call like 1%, like they are anywhere in the years mark. They're not in the months mark. That's the real talk. Now, just hold on real quick. So
there's a perfect example of a decision made in your mind that will wreck you. There's a perfect example in the comments, and I just want to bring it up.
oh, okay, what?
Okay, Shauna, I'm not picking on you. This is just an example that people do all the time. It's a definitive comment that traps you into exactly what you said. So as long as you believe that this is your reality, it will continue to be your reality. This comment says, I live with a backslide wrecking ball, meaning you now forever have that attached to you. You can't escape it. If you're identifying with that thing being in your life as a definite thing, it will always be there because you've made it up in your mind. Now, the rest of this says, I have to be twice as strong to fight him and also me. Wait, is this the wrecking ball is a significant other?
I think so.
Okay, well, anyways.
And that's why she's here.
Anyways, if this were not a physical human being and it were just a thought in your mind of like, oh, this is what I always struggle with. Yes, you will continue to always struggle with that thing until you change that story.
Shauna is currently, she's in a good place. Now, that does not make you immune, just so you know that. And this is for any of you guys who are currently in a good place. Like, this is worth, like, things get messy when you stop implementing what got you the physical momentum in the first place. And that is the accountability, the structure, the support. Just because you know how to say no better, just because you have now been consistent with your workouts for 6 months does not make you immune. Coming from someone who's been consistent in this game for 15 years, I will tell you that my first 5 years looked completely different than my second 5 and my third 5.
It definitely
From a mental resilience standpoint, like first 5 years, like, I mean, I remember, like, we met when I would say
we used to make pancakes on Sunday mornings and put out all the nut butters and just go.
Yeah. Like, you know, we would like, there would be so much more negotiation.
Yeah.
Like, granted, I was so much better than where I was before. I was an absolute wreck. Right. And, you know, things get really tricky when people start to justify that I am in a much better place now. Yes, I get it, which is a great place to be. But this is where this is the gray area. The gray area is anything that happens between days 100 to days 1000. That is the gray area.
So set your mind on 1,000
if
days.
you've been in this community and you were to literally track yourself over the last 5 years, track when did you come back? I'm gonna guarantee you right now that it's going to be anywhere between where you were in your day 100 to your day 1000. It normally happens in 3-year cycles. I see it all the time. And I hope you learned from this, right? So 2 people inspired this, like I said. One is, I would say, on the physical side is like, you know, you're starting to put in grooves. You're in a good place. Mentally, though, we got a long way to go. I'm talking like years on end, sister, like more than a decade. Okay. The other person further along on the physical end. However, right, on the mental level, we're like on day 200 something. No, like anywhere between day 200 and some to like day 400. You're still very susceptible, right? And I share this to enlign you because if you're looking at it in terms of like, oh, wow, I'm on day 35 right now. Now it gives you something tangible because you realize that like, whoa, I'm literally like not even crawling yet. Mm-hmm. I'm not even crawling yet when it comes to like undoing all of the mental patterns. The undoing of the mental patterns that got you to where you are literally took decades on end. It is not going to take 35 days to erase all of that. And by the way, this is why gimmicks, GLP-1, and all of these physiological, like, makeup things,
belly band,
are temporary. They are not the solution. Why? Because it does not work on this part, which takes a lot more intentionality.
She's circling the mental, mental, what does it say?
The mental patterns.
The mental patterns.
It does not touch on this. And you can artificially manipulate your body all day long. And it's great that we live in a day and age where if you wanted to do that, you could. But I'm telling you right now, it is not the solution. And the reason why this irks me is because we live in a society that seeks instant gratification.
And people know that, and they will make money off of you because of that.
Yeah. Do you know that GLP-1 literally costs over $1,000 per month?
It's insane.
Per month. Now
it's it can like weight loss.
It can fast track like weight manipulation, like for a certain amount of time, sure. And let's not talk about the long-term impact.
Yeah, it really does worse for you unless you have legitimate like type 2 diabetes, something like that, and it's meant to like kind of get you back on course. Look, there's a time and a place for everything, but the way that most people use GLP-1s is for instant gratification. It is a band-aid. It is not a solution. And it actually does more harm than good over the long term.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, like all of these gimmicks, right? Like they're missing a huge piece to the equation, and that's where most people fall off. And that's why it's not sustainable, right?
It's like when I did the Physique Secrets workshop, and I was like, you already know what to do. You already have the answers. It's just that some people are in denial that it's not easy. And so it's going to require time. It's going to require effort. It's going to require you to be uncomfortable. Some people are in denial of that and they don't want to believe it, but they know. Then there is like all these different things that we're told to do: eat healthier, work out, sleep better, not be so stressed, or like, handle your stress, get sunlight, drink water, all these things. And those are not the fast track. And the thing is, all of them are up here on the surface. They're all on the surface. You can change your food. You can start working out more than you have been. You can drink more water. You can get more sleep, whatever. The thing is, if you really want to make those behaviors stick, which why wouldn't you? Because if what you're doing is getting you results, why would you stop then doing it? It's like when Jeanette, her family constantly asking her, okay, when are you going to be done with this program so we can go back to eating like this? That's the point. I'm not going back to that. That's the point. So then when women start to get comfortable, I'm feeling more confident, they're like, okay, well, this exception, that exception, because now I'm feeling better. So it's okay. You start going back to old habits, or I should be able to do it on my own. Well, if you didn't get there on your own, then is staying there on. Does that make sense? Like if you did certain actions to get to a certain place, you think that now stopping those actions is going to keep you at that place? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You have to keep doing the things that you were doing that got you to where you are. It might look slightly different, but the actions are still the same. If you want to deeply ingrain the habits, you have to not just clean the outside of the cup. You have to not just change the things that are on the surface, the physical actions. You have to do the work. You have to become the person that lives in that body. You have to choose who you're spending time with, where you're spending time, what food exists in your house, the conversations you have with your significant other or your kids about the changes that are going to be made in the household. it requires challenging conversations. It requires discomfort. It requires you to get up when the alarm goes off on the days you don't feel like it. It requires resilience. It requires you to change the story, know how to change the story that's going on in your mind so that it serves you and doesn't sabotage you. All of these things are cleaning the inside of the cup that maybe nobody else can see, but you can, and you have to live with it every day of your life.
That's it. Done. All right,
Show
we
over.
can go now.
Show over. Have a good weekend.
Look at all these hearts. It's amazing. So yeah, you guys, like, don't, like, the reason why the peak physique is called peak physique is because the mountain is you. By the way, this is inspiring me, like, to like actually completely overhaul the alumni and turn it into like a 1,000-day series. Because so many times when people go from ascent to peak, they're like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, peak is only 12 weeks. It's really not a big deal in the grand scheme of life. And when you look at it from a 1,000-day standpoint, you realize that, like, what? 12 weeks? It's only like 84 days. Like, really not a big deal. Like, not even 10%.
I have I want to call it a humble ask. I don't really know. It's just an ask. This is a personal ask from me. If you're watching this live or if you're in the Savage Sisters community, my request, because I'm just looking at the comments, like, glad I came to this call, all of this, preach. If there's anybody that you know, any woman that you know fits into our culture here in Savage Sisters that you know will benefit from what we talk about and what we teach, please invite them to do a 7-day free trial. Please invite them to do a 7-day free trial. They can start with the body shred challenge. They can test there is no risk for them. They can come in for free for 7 days, start the body shred challenge, get into action. Obviously, they have to want to change, but please invite at least one person that you know, because this is how we make an actual difference in the society that we live in, is by sharing the amazing things that are happening for us with the people that we know have similar goals to ours. So this is my ask, is that today you're in the app and you press the 3 dots on the top right of the app and you say invite people, and then you copy that link and you invite them. You also will be rewarded, but whatever, that aside, that doesn't matter to you as much as you knowing how much what we have taught you has transformed your life and what it has done for you and what you see in the future potential for you from what we teach, and how we interact with you and how we see you and how we hold you accountable and how we challenge your thought process so that there can create actual change and not just hand you a diet program and a workout and be like, here you go, because we all know that that doesn't work, because you're just going to quit when something gets hard and then start again on the next Monday that you feel inspired so that you can repeat the cycle. No, that's not what we do here. So please, 3 dots in the top right, invite people, copy the link, send it to somebody that you love and you care about and you know that could benefit from what we do here, and you know that they want to change and they're ready and willing to take action. Just one person, at least, please.
Yeah.
That's my ask.
Yeah. And for people who are not ready to change, they're not ready to change, but the ones who are, like,
you'll know they're ready to change if they click start 7-day free trial and they get to work.
Yeah.
You can't make them ready, but you can share it with them.
Yeah. So 1,000-day framework. You're welcome.
Yeah. Set your mind on 1,000 days. I'm going to do these activities for 1,000 days.
Yep.
No matter what happens, no matter how my body changes or doesn't change, because a lot of times too, then we get emotional about, I got on the scale and I didn't lose weight, so it must not be working. Ryan Fisher, love this guy. I saw him post something, so I'll give him credit for this, but it really resonated. And I was like, preach, brother. He was like, most people don't see themselves gaining body fat over until it's been like a long period of time. You don't see a quarter of a pound or a half a pound on your body really that easily. It just kind of happens. But he talks about like 300 calories. We'll just use calories for this example. He talks about most people don't notice 300 calories. You know how easily you could eat 300 calories? Some people get a Starbucks coffee that has 300 calories in it, and they have no idea. So like 300 calories is easily overlooked. And 300 calories every day for a year is 30 pounds. Roughly. That's what he said in his post. I'm going to trust it. So roughly. Okay. I could do the math, but it's just the point right now. Okay. So, 300 calories times 365 divided by 3,500. 31 pounds. 31 pounds in a year. So you go a year easy. It's only 300 calories a day. It's only one. It's only one Oreo. It's only one whatever. Yeah. And that done every single day equals 31 pounds by the end of the year.
And also, not all calories are created equal.
Right.
Let's talk about the organ destruction. Yeah.
Hold on. So, okay. Then one day you're like, oh my God, you look in the mirror like, who is this? This isn't me. How did I gain 30 pounds? But the opposite is also true. Let's say you're 300 pounds at a deficit, or 300 pounds, 300 calories at a deficit. You're not going to notice it over 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You're not. So don't be defeated. Just keep going. It's not about like, if you stop focusing on the actual result that you're getting physically and you start focusing on the person that you're becoming, and you're just committed to doing these actions for X amount of time because they make you feel good about yourself, because they make you feel proud of yourself, because they make you feel confident that you followed through, you stuck with your word, you did what you said you were going to do, you woke up when you didn't feel like it, you did something that was challenging, you did something that made you uncomfortable. Like all these things are what really makes us confident. If you commit to doing those actions for 1,000 days, I will guarantee, I would put money on the fact that your body will be different after a year.
I will,
even if you don't notice it day by day, week by week.
I will put money on the fact that nothing in your life will be different.
Nothing will be the same.
Sorry, nothing in your life will be the same.
Nothing will be the same.
Nothing will be the same.
In a great way.
Yeah. But
we get so attached to and emotional about what a scale says, or what the weight, or my body, or this shape, or this cellulite, or this whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Stop focusing on those things and focus on who you're becoming, because it will change everything.
Yeah. Most people ask the wrong questions because they haven't been taught the right frameworks to think with, right? Because, like a diet culture teaches us that, like if our entire life is not an overhaul in 28 days, then this is where most people get messed up, right? And that's why I was like, okay, I'm going to give you guys a rude awakening. All right, let's take some questions.
If you're sharing this group and people are coming up with these excuses, like I don't have time, that's exactly why they need to do it. Whatever excuse they have is probably exactly why they need to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think you don't have time, but that's also what we teach. Like, how do you maximize your time?
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are real life things that are good to share with them. Like, yeah, every reason you think that you could have to not do it is actually what they talk about, and like how to overcome that and not let that be a reason why you don't take care of yourself. Because to say I don't have time right now is like, if you logically think about it, not spending time on bettering yourself now means you're actually taking time off of your life, whether or not you realize it. So you're actually making your life be shorter because you don't have time now. But if you took the time now, you would have more time.
Well, and you'll also add more life to your years. So would it be worth it to train to learn how to trade 30 minutes a day to add 7 more years to your life?
or hypothyroidism or any of these things. Fine. They don't stop us.
Yeah.
Just say that. They don't stop Erin and Sarit. That doesn't stop Erin and Sarit. That won't stop you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all workable.
Yeah.
It's all workable, especially because it's not just the end result that makes you feel a certain way. It's what you're doing. It's the actions you're taking. It's the new thought process that you're creating. Like those are the things that make us feel better about ourselves. And then when we feel better, we want to do better. It's a perpetual cycle, one way or the other.
All right, let's do quick popcorn.
Like I eat because I'm fat, and I'm fat because I eat. I used to say that. It's a perpetual cycle. It can go the other way too. I feel better about myself, so I do more for myself. And then I feel better about myself, so I do more for myself. It can go either way.
Yeah.
But you just have to start. That's it. People think they have to know every next step that's coming. So like the analogy I gave of not leaving your house to go to the dentist until you know that every light on the street is green. Silly. Just take one step. That's it. Just challenge them to take one step.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens.
Yeah. All right. Quick popcorn. Shall we?
Or just share this video with them.
Yeah.
Hi, friend. Hey, sis.
I was thinking about you. Okay. Shall we just do like quick popcorn? Or
Yeah.
All right. So this came from you guys and the Savage Sisters, just some life problems you're coming up against. So we're gonna confront one, and you and I, we can just go popcorn. We've got less than 5 minutes, so let's get to it, shall we?
Yep.
For anyone who is struggling to stay focused with, stay on target with food.
Wait.
What are some things that they can do in order?
Oh, these
for
are questions you guys have actually
Yeah.
asked us in a post that I made. Questions.
Mhm.
Okay. Say it again, please. Sorry.
Okay, for anyone who struggles to stay on target with food, what do we recommend?
Pick one thing to focus on only and just dominate that one thing.
For example,
Vegetables, protein, like X amount of servings of protein a day. Boom. Just focus on that. If you hit that target every day, awesome. When you get really good at that, then add something else.
love
I
that.
would start with protein or vegetables, one of those, or water.
I would say, just to make, I believe that deep down, we all know that a Big Mac is terrible for us, and that, chicken thighs with green beans and brown rice is much better for lunch, right? Intuitively, we all know. And I feel like people want to overcompensate for lack of action with like super sciencey, like perfectionism. Perfectionism is a scapegoat. So for me, a really simple rule to just allow us to lead ourselves intuitively, because we are all intuitive beings. It's just that most of us have let the busyness of our lives literally like completely like numb our intuitiveness, though deep down we all know that we know the basics, right?
This is a real good popcorn.
So
It's
that
really
is
popcorn.
so with regards to that, just eliminate distraction. Like if you've got shit food in your pantry, why is it there?
Because my kids eat it.
So do something so it's not right there in front of you. Put it in another cabinet that you don't see as often.
And also, this might sting a little bit, but like if you're not going to eat it, why would you feed it to your kids? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just asking a simple question. If you wouldn't eat it, why would you feed it to your kids?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know the answer. Maybe you have a great one, but just a question.
Yeah, so simple. Eliminate distractions. Like stop getting shit food to your household. And if there is someone else in your household who doesn't eat as clean as you, separate your food from theirs and communicate about it. Like so many, I see so many women who are just going through life like tiptoeing through the tulips because they want to be so nice. They don't want to offend people, but guess who you're offending? You're offending yourself. This is what I did, and here is why. You know what I mean? Like, it just, I like it.
You know what?
It blows my mind.
On the topic of kids, this is totally not popcorn. We're going to get stuck on one question.
All right. And then
for
we're
20
gonna, wrap this up.
Okay. On the topic of kids, I've heard this before too. Like, oh, if I don't give it to them, they throw a fit. And you give in to the fit that they're throwing. Okay. This is your level of leadership because you are the adult. You are the one in charge. You are the example. You are the boss of the house. Okay. Or at least of your kids. And so you get to choose what they eat. Maybe when they're at their friend's house or what, we don't have control over everything. Okay. But we do have control over what they think and how they choose. We can influence. Now, oh, I give it because they throw a fit. Do you know why they're throwing a fit? Because they're used to having it. You created that. And also because sugar makes us very emotional. And so when kids have sugar, they are much more likely to throw tantrums because sugar also makes us lethargic and inflamed. And it affects how we operate. It affects how we think. It affects how we behave. And so if they didn't have so much sugar, they actually wouldn't throw as many fits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they're emotionally charged with this like boost and then lethargy. And so they act out based on these chemical reactions.
Yeah. So for example,
a really great movie to watch is that sugar film.
Mm-hmm.
That sugar film. It will explain a lot.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. That sugar film. Look it
Yeah.
up on YouTube.
And what did I want to say? Like, for example, Erin and I, we do not by any means bring shit food to the house. Why? It's unnecessary. You know what I mean? So don't do that shit. Don't do that either.
They'll get hungry at some point. My dad used to say, this is what's for dinner. You're going to eat it or you'll get hungry eventually and eat it.
So you may
right.
So you may then think, okay, well, what if I want like a snack or something fun? We have dates in our house. If we wanna be snacky, okay, we have raw cashews, we have dates.
But also we've progressed to this level because it wasn't always like there was protein ice cream with peanut butter. Like we've progressed to this. So even any treat that you want, you can make it in a clean way nowadays. There are like, it is actually easy. You need to ask the right questions or look for the right information. I make brownies, protein brownies, protein pancakes, protein, whatever, like bread, whatever thing you want, you can make it in a much better way now. It's just lazy to go get it from somewhere else. Sorry, if you think I'm calling you lazy, that you calling you lazy because I don't know your life, but that is the lazy way. Or it's like, I just don't know better. I don't know that these things exist. Well, now you do. So this is good news. There's always a clean way to make some kind of tasty treat that you want.
And also, what ratio of your diet is the tasty treats? I don't care how healthy they are.
That's the next level.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if 50% of someone's diet, by the way, did you guys know that 60, I just listened to this incredible podcast with Joe Rogan and RFK. And did you know that 67% of Americans are malnourished from eating junk food?
67.
It's wild. It's wild. And I'm also just going to say that I'm so glad, like
cringe.
all the amazing things that RFK Jr. is doing for the health of this country. It is mind-boggling to me how numb people are. Mm-hmm. You know, just to make such terrible life decisions. Like, look, blows my mind.
Not to defend them, but to their defense. I don't know if that's possible to not defend them, but to say to their defense, this is what's preached at us. This is all of our commercials. This is the narrative. This is the media.
This is the what's common conversation.
It's cool to be fat. Like, have things the easy way. It's just, it's punched into our society. So it really does take a lot of effort and intentionality I say probably an unnecessary amount of effort and discomfort to be healthy and strong mentally and physically because of the fact that it feels like you're swimming upstream or against the current when doing that. Like and it should be the other way around, but whatever, that's another conversation.
Yeah. All right. So that being said, think bigger. Okay. Be realistic. Don't be fooled by just the mediocre conversation of mainstream diets and diet culture and what's going on, because that's really what shapes our thought process. For those of you guys who joined us today, so glad that you did. And
I had a male friend tell me he didn't want me to lose weight because he liked the way I was. That's really good for him. Unfortunately, he doesn't live in your body or in your mind every day. So what he wants.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is also the other thing. You're beautiful just how you are. It soaks into our minds. Oh, well, they like me this way. So maybe, do you love you?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
Do you love you? Do you love how you show up? Do you love how you look? Do you love what you see in the mirror? Do you love how you feel when you go to bed at night or wake up on a Monday morning because of how you showed up over the weekend?
Let me tell you something.
Do you love it?
If a woman looks beautiful, chunky, imagine what she'd look like if she looked chunky. All right? Like that's just real talk. Okay? It's like if someone looks pretty and she's kind of in shape, imagine what it looks like when you're banging. All right? Yeah, our life, our choices. So yeah, for those of you guys who joined us today, thanks for watching. And you know, the gift of what we do is sharing. So whoever came up to your mind that you know would benefit from hearing this message, our ask is that you pass it along with them.
3 dots in the right hand corner, invite people, copy link.
Yeah. And if this message resonates with you and you're like, man, I know I want to get better. I know I need the structure. I know what to do. But when it comes to me, I'm just unreliable. Not because you're a bad person, because you've got so many things going on. Then just hit the link in the description and join Savage Sisters. Trust me, it's going to be the best decision you've ever made. Love you guys.
Friday.